A very warm good afternoon to all. Today we will see the topic list in Python. We have already seen how can we work with strings, integers, floats. Now this is a powerful data type, a data structure which is there inbuilt in Python. We will see how we can create a list today and how we can access the list. Further, we will see what are the different operations which can be performed on list on other videos. Today we will focus on how we can create the list and how we can access it. So the symbol which is used to make a list is a curly bracket. This symbol is used to make a list. Whenever we have to create a list, as you can see, we just name a variable, we put an equal to sign, and we give it the values within these square brackets. For example, if I want to create a list A, I will write A is equals to, I will put this square bracket, and whatever I will write within that square bracket will become a list. It is a list of values. So what is basically a list is? A list is a collection of values. You can compare a list with a string. We have already studied what is a string. As a string is a collection of characters, similarly a list is a collection of different type of values. The values may be of same data type. As you can see in this list n and a, they are all of integer types, or the values can be of varied type, as in the case of this list, where the first value is an integer, the second is a float, and third is a string. So a list is a collection of different type of values. Now very much similar to a string, every value of the list or every item of the list is represented by an index, and the index is represented starting from this digit 0. So this first value is at index 0, the second is at index 1, and the last is at index 2 in this example. So the index begins from 0. We can access the individual member of the list by using index. If we want to print the entire list, then simply if we write a print statement and give the name of the list, it will print the entire list, as in the case of this function. And if we want to access an individual item, an individual value, then we have to write an index. For example, over here we have written print n0. So the index starts from 0. This is the main thing which we have to remember. n0 represent the first value, in this case it is 1. m0 represent the first value, in this case it is 23. Okay. Another important point is that as strings are not mutable, they are immutable. We cannot change the string directly. We can change it by using slicing and all. Lists are purely mutable. We can change the members of the list anytime we want. We can write an index, we can access a member of the list, we can access a value of the list, and we can change it. For example, in this case we are changing the value of n1 is 2, and we are changing it to 20. Similarly, if I do it over here, I take an index of a0 is 40, a1 is 50, a2 is 60. So I take a2 and I change a2 to any value. It is not necessary that if it is an integer, it should be an integer. I can give it a string also. So I change the value of a2 from 60 to high. It will change the value of a2. And if I print the entire a, we will get a modified list. So the members of the list are mutable. The list is mutable. We can change the value of list depending by accessing their index. Another important point is that we cannot go out of bounds. Means if there are 4 elements, so the highest index would be length minus 1. So if there are 4 elements, so highest index would be 3. So we cannot access more than 3 values. Means the index cannot be more than 3. It will give an index error. For example, in this case which we have commented, if I am trying to access n4, how many values are there? 4 values. So the highest index is 3. I cannot access n4. If I'll try to do this, it will give an index error. So let's run this program and see how does it work, and we will explain this program as per the output. See, the first statement is print n. So it prints the list n, and which is declared 1, 2, 3, 4. The second statement of print is print am. It should print 45. It should print 23, 23.5 and Mac. It has printed this. Then we print the first index, which is at index 0, n0, which is 1, which is printed. For m it is 23, it is printed, if you can see, 1 and 23. Then we try to access only one index. We try to access only one value of the list by using index method, and we access n1. n1 is 2, so n1 is 2 is printed. Now we change this n1 from 2 to 20, and if we print the complete n, you can see that 2 is changed to 20. In this case, 60 is changed to high. So it is not that if you have created a list which is of integers, you cannot change it. You can change it to any type, any value can be changed. You can change an integer with a string with a float. There is no error for these things. But if I remove this thing, for example, over here there is no error. This false we will explain further. For the time being, we are not taking this false thing. For example, if I remove this thing, let it be in error, index error written in comments, and 4 is equals to 10. Now if I run the program, you see the first statement runs, but as soon as n4 comes, it gives an index error, because we are trying to access a value which is out of bounds, which is outside the index. Now this was the simple thing to begin with a list, that how you can create a list, how you can access the list, how you can change the values of the list. Generally, to play with list, we use different type of operations. Different type of operations are possible on the list. We use a for loop. We will see one more operator which can be used with list today. Then we will conclude today's video, and that operator is in operator. As seen in previous lectures, that in operators checks for the value, and it returns true if the value is there, and it returns false if the value is not there. Similarly, when we use it with range, it gives the numbers. It assigns the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in operators can be used for various number of functionalities. In this case, we are using it to check whether a particular number is there in the list or not. For example, if I write 2 in n, if 2 is present in this n, it will return a true. If 2 is not present, it will return a false. Now see, 2 is present over here, but we have changed this index, this value, this which lies at n1 to 20. It has been changed. So when we will execute this program, it will return a, this a will return a false. So let us execute this program again, and let's see the output. You see the output becomes over here false. The output becomes over here false. Now if I put it 20, because 20 is there, the output will become true. But first let us clear the screen so that it does not goes above. Now you see the output becomes true. So this is how this in operator can be used with list. We can use it with length of a string also, with length of list also. Now in further lecture, we will see what are the different operations which we can apply on list, how we can use in operator, how we can find out the length of the list, how we can apply loops in the list. So with this, we end this video, and hope that you will explore more and more of Python and keep watching the videos. Thank you.